Hi there, my name is Jensen Navardi, and today I'll be delivering a speech. As the outline requires, I have my audience, which are these two fish, this one boy, and so that equals about a person and a half. I hope that's enough. So firstly, I'd like to just start off by saying the speech topic took me a really long time to decide upon. It wasn't until I was on CNN and found actually a really interesting documentary by Lisa Ling called This Is Sex. I highly recommend it to anybody. It truly intrigued me, and I would just hope I get to share all the information that I learned from her today. So I know that you might be asking yourself, why would you be listening to a speech by one of your students? But I ask you, why would you not be wanting to listen to me right now? If anything, society's been teaching us that sex is all the rage. There's a new book, a new movie, a new Cosmopolitan article out every single day on the subject. A fact by the Health Researching Fund, by the age of 19, at least 70% or more of teens have had some kind of sexual intercourse. And in the United States, we actually only have 3 methods of teaching sex education in public schools. The first one being teaching nothing, believing that it's just up to the parents to teach their children about it. The second would be abstinence only, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's teaching that abstinence is the only path, at least until marriage. And then the third being comprehensive, which covers all the topics such as birth control, contraceptives, family planning, the whole lot. And so anyway, primarily today I'm going to be speaking about just that second and third one, just the comprehensive sex education and then the abstinence only. And so let's just dive right in and start with teen pregnancy rates. So since 1990s, teen pregnancy rates have actually been decreasing by 51%. That's primarily due to the use of contraceptives as well as the fact that teens are just having less sex. So makes sense. States that do require comprehensive sex education as part of their public schooling actually have a much, much lower teen pregnancy rate than the abstinence only. Teens that have been exposed to the comprehensive sex education are actually 60% less likely to get pregnant or to get somebody else pregnant. On the other side of the spectrum, the abstinence only have a much higher rate of teen pregnancy rates. There are actually 26 states that require abstinence-only education be the only sex education that the children are exposed to or the teens are exposed to. And according to the Guttmacher Institute, among teens age 18 through 19, 41% know little to nothing about condom usage, and then 75% say they actually know little to nothing about the contraceptive pill. And I have a little visual aid here. And I know it's backwards to you guys, but if you can see, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana are the states that require abstinence only. They actually have almost a doubled amount of teen pregnancy rate as opposed to New Hampshire, Vermont, and Utah, which are the comprehensive states. They have almost half of what the other states have. And so that is that. And then kind of on top of everything, it's incredible that there's an astounding amount of states that don't even require their sex education to be medically accurate. That means, well, there are 13 states that require it to be medically accurate, but there are 37 states that, if they even teach sex education, can be giving out false, just completely fake information about the reproductive health. And so, I mean, John Oliver said it best when he said, you wouldn't accept a history class that's not historically accurate. So, I mean, why would you accept a medical class that's not medically accurate? So now let's dig into a little bit of a ickier subject of STD rates in America. So abstinence only, the classes, they teach about STDs, but they actually only teach about the risks. They don't teach about prevention or anything like that. And unsurprisingly, they have some of the higher STD rates. States like Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama have the highest STD rates in America, actually. That's all according to the STD Aware website that I visited. According to that website, they rank the top 10, Louisiana being number 1, Mississippi number 4, Alabama number 8, all of which have a ratio higher than 500 people per 100,000 people. And that's actually specifically for chlamydia, just so we have a straight consistency of what we're talking about here. Fun fact on that chlamydia ranking scale, number 10 is actually Texas, which we have 523 people per 100,000 people have that STD. And we are also a state that only teaches abstinence. On the other hand, the comprehensive knowledge states include the risk as well as protection and prevention from them. And according to the Guttmacher Institute again, Maine, New Jersey, and Utah have some of the lowest STD rates. So I'm staying consistent with all my stats. We're going to be talking about chlamydia again. Maine actually has 313, or I'll skip the numbers. Maine, New Jersey, and Utah actually all have a ratio of less than 400 or less than 350. 350 people per 100,000 people with that STD. And those stats are from the Center for Disease Control. So basically what I hope that you've gotten from any of this is that teen pregnancy rates, sexually transmitted disease rates are all much lower whenever the students or the teens, the children, whoever, have been taught the comprehensive sex education lessons. So regardless of what you were taught or what your religion is or the household that you grew up in, I hope that you can see how important it is for students, teens, to have a full, well-rounded education when it comes to sex ed. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.